Chapter 8, why JavaScript frameworks and libraries? The main goal of React, Vue, Svelte, etc., and similar frameworks is to free the programmer from manually updating the real DOM. Here is the same example written in Vanilla JavaScript. Here is the same document. By click on button by, we see invoice below of it. Here is vanilla.js. It is HTML, and that HTML go all the way until here. And in the end of that HTML, we have a script. Both HTML and the script is inside body. We go down and we see close button of body. Here is interesting thing. Until here is HTML. And in that HTML, we have an image, name of product, description, and button. But we have also invoice. Here it is. Invoice immediately. It is invoice you see. But why that invoice is not visible? Because of this. Display no one and invoice we don't see. HTML parse, browser parse HTML, and build real DOM, real document object model. Now coming loading JavaScript, because JavaScript manipulate with HTML node and must be complete HTML loaded and created real document object model. After that, loaded JavaScript. Because manipulate, every node have to be created. Okay. Now, let's see what happened in script. In script, execute by loading, we declare variable invoice, initial value null. We declare product, it is object with properties name, description, price, and we define function what was called when we push button by. Function, what make function? Function give invoice is declared with null, but now function give this value, it is object, number, seller, product, total, and this is real DOM API. Real DOM API. You see, for every node, we need manually, programmer must manually write document.getElementById, and ID invoice, invoice number, seller, etc. Okay. That API connect ID in HTML in real document object model. Connect ID of real DOM element with this value. Here is a concrete value, but important is this one. You see, API for style also is the same. Document.getElementById, invoice, and style. Look at here is a style dot display block. I never used no one, display no one, and display block. Now, but I used display visible and display hidden. Visible and hidden, not visible. And this is important. No one display no one and display block. It changes in function by book what is called after push button called that function. That function is handler, is event handler. What is event? On click of element button. Okay, again, we have HTML, browser parse HTML and build a real DOM, real document object model. And in that real document object exists API for changes style CSS and changes document object model node elements and proprietary attributes. Okay, now back to text. Here is the same example written in Vanilla script. We see code there, and now I go slowly down, but you can put setup on the very slow, and you can analyze, stop scrolling in video and look at in detail this code. But you can prompt, as I am prompt to AI that code you this document. Voice. This is the real DOM API. Real DOM versus virtual DOM. Real DOM, the browser parses the HTML document and builds the real document object model. The browser's painter renders the user interface from the real DOM. Here is interesting that we said browser parses, but because browser must calculate and create trees of HTML. HTML is hierarchy as CSS, and browser parses HTML and parses style CSS. And we don't say render or re-render here, but parses, analyze and build a real document object model. And that real document object model immediately, any changes, immediately painter of browser changes user interface. And nobody can change this user interface, only Vanilla here and only this real DOM API. Because of that, it means that React, Solid, Svelte, Vue, they are in a layer above a real DOM. and they okay, better read. Virtual DOM, React and similar JavaScript frameworks and library run in a layer above the real document object model. We call this layer the virtual DOM. Instead of manually updating the real DOM, in React we simply declare state invoice and function what would be changed that invoice equal useState initial value null. When state changes by setInvoice function, React re-renders the virtual DOM. Now we use re-renders virtual DOM. React is in virtual layer above real DOM, and DOM is manipulate with the virtual document object model. There is no touch React and virtual DOM. There is no touch with the real document object model, but they communicate over algorithm. Okay, diff and reconciliation. About that we can talk in the future a lot of. React, it is compare virtual DOM actual and the new virtual DOM. And comparing it is called diff, and the difference between that, if exists difference, that difference by algorithm start vanilla, start real document object API. React algorithm calls the real document object model API, and the real document object model API, getElementById, etc., changes, update user interface. That update real DOM, and immediately Panther of browser update user interface. The real document object model is updated, and the browser's Panther updates the user interface. In vanilla JavaScript, the programmer writes the real DOM API calls. In React, the programmer changes the state, and React writes the real DOM API calls on the programmer's behalf. I must say you that I learn and work in all this example 4 years in React. Before that, maybe 1 year in Google's JavaScript framework. And 4 years, about near 600 videos. And I didn't calculate how many hours. 4 years until now. And now I know first principles for React and company. First principles. And I always want to learn by first principles. And this moment, what I said here, it is first principles about transition from Vanilla JS to JavaScript libraries and the frameworks. Because I met with in every time all speak about virtual document object, but real document object and virtual, they both virtual. Real document object model is a software created in memory, and every software is virtual. So React in layer above is virtual, but that we understand concept, we must call this one real DOM, and that don't render, but parse, because it is calculation. Browser must calculate that hierarchy and calculate and produce trees of node, of elements and properties, and of CSS. It is document object model. It is for HTML, and the document object model CSS also. And we use parse, and never. And now, after a long pause, for me, I met with React and rendering, re-rendering. It is terms what is very, very confused me. And now, after 4 years, I dissolve that problems. How I dissolve it? Because I write a book. I decided compare React code with vanilla code and with other SolidJS and other new library and frameworks. And in start, when we compare vanilla and React and other, we see real what happened. And it would be very, very long discussion with artificial intelligence, ChatGPT concretely. And nobody served me that knowledge, but I must ask, and the depend about answer. I again ask, again ask, again ask, and in the end, we see this story, what you see in this video. Okay, for now it is enough. Next video we will explain more about React, more about SolidJS, Svelte, Vue, and it is the most important first principle in this story from vanilla to the newest JavaScript library. Okay, thank you for watching this video.